My boy Aaron Ray in the building, all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio, but made it big time. What's good?
How you for having me?
Oh, you know what? Is your wife is did y'all hear Aaron good or is it on my end?
It broke up a little bit.
It
It broke
did.
up a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah, I
You
think
try
it's
that
your
one more
internet
time.
all of a sudden it's like lagging.
Oh no, I think it just turned me off. Oh, I'm sorry. Is
It's
that
okay.
better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, perfect. I'm
So I'm gonna do
sorry.
my intro again.
Sorry.
It's your girl Charmaine Bay, and I'm chilling here with Aaron Ray, all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio. But he done made it big time, y'all. What's good, Aaron?
I'm blessed, man. Blessed to be here. What's up with y'all?
We doing good. So, I mean, you have been in the game for a minute now, but a lot
Mhm.
of people are just kind of catching on to your music of who you are. So tell us who Aaron Ray is.
Man, Aaron Ray is a father first. I'm an artist. I sing, produce, I write. I've written for a plethora of artists, and yeah, man, I'm a Cincinnati born, kid. So yeah,
But you moved from Cincinnati after high school, and then you went
yeah,
to LA,
yeah.
never looked back. And a lot of us definitely don't like the area that we grew up in. We can't wait to move. You know what I'm saying? So, what's something you miss about Cincinnati?
Well, I miss everything about Cincinnati, even the edginess, the ruggedness. It's real.
Okay.
Cincy is real. It's a lot like Chicago. It's very real. It's not too much, and it's not too less. I think it's
Right.
just enough, and it teaches you a lot of character. But mostly I just miss my family. Family is everything to me, and I grew up with a lot of us on the same street, and now I don't see them at all. So it's kind of that sucks really bad. But I went back for the first time for like a month just to reset. In 9 years, like it was 9 years that since I left. So I finally went back for a month. I took my son out there for the first time, and he had a blast. So I miss everything about Cincinnati, the community, my family. Just everything that I grew up seeing.
Y'all got any good food out there?
I think we got some good food. And, we got the staples. I don't know if everybody like it. I love it. The cheese conies. I love, Skyline, Gold Star.
What's a cheese coney? What is
It's
that?
it's like chili, like a chili cheese dog, but they call it conies in Cincy. And then they got
Okay.
but they do got like a three-way, which people don't really know about out here, which is like when you put the spaghetti in the chili with the chili, with the cheese and onions and all that great stuff. But
Wait, spaghetti on the hot dog?
no, spaghetti. It's like
Oh.
spaghetti, cheese. You can have either or. So have the chili on the hot dog. I had the chili on like the spaghetti with the, it's a whole
Okay.
it's a lot to explain. But they got great food too. I mean, there's some other staples there too, but that's what they've kind of known for, I guess.
That's what you missing out on out being in LA?
Shit, I'm just missing out on family, man. That's really what I'm missing out on. LA got a lot. They food ain't that great though.
Well, I love how much of a family man you are. And speaking of family, you came from a musical family.
Mm-hmm.
Your father was a musician and your mother was a singer.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us, like, did you get your singing talent from your mom? Like, did your dad help you out with any of your musical talents?
Well, my mother gave me everything. My
Okay.
mother, I got everything, my push, my drive, the want to do it, even though I didn't even want to, be an artist when I was young. I really wanted to try to do some other things. My dad, he just gave me the genes, honestly. That's pretty much it. But I'm grateful, I'm still grateful. But yeah, shout out to my mother. She really pushed me to, be the best I could be. My aunt, everybody that was living in Cincinnati, my whole family just, they pushed me, and that's how I got it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you have an extensive songwriter resume. Let's talk about it. You done
Oh,
wrote
man.
songs for Chris Brown, Jason
Mm-hmm.
Derulo, K.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, Omarion, Corday. One of your
Mm-hmm.
first songwriting credits was on Nicki Minaj's The Pink Print album, which is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
iconic.
It's
What would
crazy
you
album.
say your biggest songwriting moment to date is?
Mm. You know what? I would have to say the Chris record just because I wrote it all by myself. It's called K. And I wrote that one like solely by myself. And so that was like 100% my first placement. But, you know, I go off, you know, I still haven't done what I wanted to do, or I'm still not satisfied with those. I really want some more plaques. And I think my biggest accomplishment really is just getting the respect of the peers and the greatest of all time, like the people I came up on, the Fauntleroys, the Quincy Jones, the Stevie Wonders, like just hearing them tell me I got it, like that's accomplishment in itself. So I'm just grateful for that and the respect that I get from my peers. And I got a long way to go. We got platinum on the way. So, you know.
Okay. Yeah. And you never know, your plaques might just be coming from Hello Poison. You feel me?
Sure. I think we might get one with that blast when they keep playing it like they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, Hello Poison.
Yeah,
you have a lot of great songs on Hello Poison and a lot of great features as well. Everyone from Ty Dolla $ign, D Smoke, Ari Lennox, and the iconic Brandy. And even though you've been in the game for a minute and you've, you know, bumped fists with a lot of dope people in the industry, when you're able to like collab with someone like Brandy, a music phenom, do you want her to step into a mentor role? Do you soak it all up? Do y'all just get in a booth and, you know, make the track? Like, how does that go?
I mean, I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that she even want to bless, you know, the record. You know, how it happened was I was working with DJ Camper. He pretty much executive produced my whole album, and you know, he's done a lot of work with her before. And he said, "Man, you know, Brandy would sound crazy on this." And I'm like, "Stop playing with me!" Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Don't do that. And he was serious, and he went and got it. So he went down, I think it was either to Florida, Atlanta, somewhere down south, and, you know, worked with her on it. And they called me after and like on FaceTime, and she just, you know, told me how much of a beautiful song it was. And, you know, just to even talk to her and just, you know, just know that she cared to even get anything on it. I was just like, man, it's a big blessing. It's a big step in my career. So, you know, to have her bless anything is just always, you know, always amazing. So I'm just grateful. I'm real grateful.
What was your made it moment? Like, I made it. Or do you feel like you've had that moment yet?
I don't know if I had that moment yet. Like, I feel like I'm successful at what I do for sure. Like, I've had, you know, lots of great moments in my life, but I'm still on mission. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the best is yet to come. But I'm just grateful I'm grateful for the journey. And that's what I've been really trying to, you know, put myself in that mindset. Just be grateful of the journey. Your biggest thing ain't even touched yet. And it might not be for a few years, but you know what I'm saying? You never know. So just keep pushing. But you know, I've had great moments where, like I said, the Quincy show, you know, just being around everybody. Like, I don't know, it's so many things I could be like, that's great, but we still got a lot more work to do.
For sure. I mean, you know, once you keep putting out good energy and you keep putting out work ethic and grind, only good things can come back to you. Everybody kind of trips and stumbles sometimes, but it's not about how you fall, it's about how you get up and how you keep going, right?
For sure. Actually, if I had a made it moment, I ain't gonna hold you. When I went to Europe and I went to London and we did the tour with Ari Lennox, and I didn't expect anyone to know my songs because her shows were already sold out right before I got there. And we get to London, we get to Paris, we get to Oslo, and everybody knows my records. I'm like, over in Europe, I'm like, I ain't never been over here before. I ain't never even touched it this way, did no radio. And for them to, you know, show me that much love going overseas and hearing, you know, the rest of the world just sing my records and know it. And it wasn't even my tour or my show. I think that was a moment where I like, yeah, that's pretty tight. I've been doing this. This is it, you know. So might not have been a super made it moment, but it was definitely that. It was like,
that's
all right,
definitely
I've been doing
major.
Something. Yeah, I've been doing something. That's what I've been doing a little something. So
that's major.
Yeah.
So Hello Poison, can you break down the title for me?
Hello Poison. It's really a weird concept, but you know, I was calling love poison for a while. You know, that was in my like single bag, right? When it was like pre-pandemic, I was chilling, I was outside, I wasn't doing much. You know, I wasn't really worried about a relationship. And, you know, I actually, you know, found myself with somebody in that moment, you know, and it really took me to a different place. You know, it's really not as toxic as it sounds. but it's really like I was saying, hello love, hello something to, I wasn't expecting that. And I found myself liking somebody and wanting to be, with somebody every day in a place where that's not where I was headed. That wasn't my mindset. That wasn't my goal, but I found something in someone that was, the best thing for me and the best I've ever had, honestly. So, it's really not as bad as it sounds, but that's just kind of how I was saying. I was calling love poison for a while. So
are you still with this quarantine, bae?
Unfortunately, no, but it didn't end in a terrible way at all. It was great. It's just really work. I realized, in these last few years, I do need to really, focus. And you can waste a lot of people's time, not having the right intentions when you're in a relationship. So you just have to be mindful of, their space and their time and their energy and what they're putting in, to the relationship. And if you can't give that back, man, that's difficult. You don't want to do that to anyone. So that's just kind of where that ended. But, it's all love for sure.
Good for you for knowing that, because a lot of men might be in a relationship.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
say it, it's the men might be in a relationship and just waste a woman's time. They know that they're not trying to get married. They know they're not trying to even make the girl their girlfriend, but they want the girl to come over, cook and give them some head or something. You know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna happen like that. Nah, we gotta change our mindset with that. But at least I could try to be an example. And yeah, man, it's love, man. We gotta treat them right.
We got to treat him right. And you're raising a young man.
Mm-hmm.
And how old is he? He's so cute.
He's 5. He just turned, he's turning 6 in November, and he just started kindergarten.
I saw he just started kindergarten, and he's so cute.
Thank you. That's my little man's, man. I took him to school this morning like an hour ago.
Really? Is that who you're doing it for? Your son?
Oh, every day. There ain't nothing for me. Everything's for him. Everything. This literally is for him. As long as that's actually helped my mindset and where I am, is that he has a lit life and all he knows is really cool stuff and love and family and me and his mom just, showing him the best, of the best. I'm good. I'm cool if he cool. So everything is for him, and he's just such a big personality and such a light in my life. And there's no greater gift, than a child. So I'm just grateful.
Now, I'm really finna get in your business right now. When it comes to your child and everything's for him, do you ever see yourself getting back with your baby's mother, your child's mother?
I mean, that's tough. You never know. The future is the future. It's a lot of love, but I can't. I can't predict the future. I'm always working on a relationship and just trying to communicate the best way with her. So that's where I'm at right now, is just getting to a point where our communication and our co-parenting is the best, so that if anything were to come, back full circle, that we know how to, treat each other and respect each other in the best way. So that's where I'm at right now with that.
Amen. All right, brother, speak. So in the past, you've worked with Babyface on your project Phases. Man, that's iconic right there in itself.
It is. I just listened to it yesterday. I was like, man, I really got a song with Babyface. Like, this is crazy. That's my mom's favorite artist. I grew up listening to him in the deal. So it was like to, be able to work with him, to actually see him, be in the studio with him, hear him record, and get his his thoughts on just anything, music wise, which is, it's a dream come true, man. My life movie. It's real.
We lost your.
You lost me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody calling me. I don't know how to. Yeah. But
what's something that Babyface taught you that stuck with you?
Man, it was just to be intentional with my words. Not say too many, not too less, but just really be intentional with my words, and make sure people know what you're talking about. And find the love in it and have fun with it. What I saw from him was that he didn't just try to keep the older ways that he learned things. Like he really tries to adapt to what we do, the newer artists, so he keeps his, his I guess his prep for that. But I really think he just really, he respects what we do, and he tries to feed off of us, and he just never stops learning. Yeah.
Love that. So Babyface basically kept his foundation, but he builds on top with all the new things that the new artists are doing. You know, he got
Mhm.
his foundation, his old school foundation, but you know, he's keeping up with the Arin Rays of the industry.
Yep, me, Lucky, Ari. I just keep seeing them do more songs with everybody, and it's just beautiful. I just love to see it, man. So shout out to Babyface, true legend, true great dude too. Just a great person, no ego, super humble, and yeah,
It's
it's
super
love.
paid.
Yeah, and super paid. Yeah, so you should see the plaques on his walls. It's like, man, yo, it's crazy.
You gonna get there, Arin. You gonna
Yeah,
get there. You gonna get all them plaques too, okay?
no, for sure. We on the way. We on the way.
So Diddy said R&B is dead, and he got a lot of backlash for that from different artists. What do you have to say about
Definitely.
Diddy and R&B?
Oh man, R&B is in a safe place. Diddy, he ain't mean that. He got an album coming out, and you know, that's all that is. He got an album coming out, and he just putting, you know, eyes and ears on the situation. You know, I had something to say, and I felt the way before, but you know, when being in the industry and understanding marketing and promotion and just how words work, a lot of people these days right now would love to hear somebody talk crazy about something rather than just go ahead and listen to something. They like people own that right now. So when Diddy says that, the fact that millions of people are watching and now looking at these artists or just clapping back at him, it just keeps the conversation going. So it might be seen in a negative light, but it's really spreading, more of a word on who's actually doing it, because you got so many people, finna for their artists, finna for their favorite people, So it ain't dead, it ain't never going nowhere. And I understand when you might say that the feeling that they used to give in the 90s and early 2000s, even the 80s, 70s, like that soul and true singers might, say don't really exist like that, but they do. You just got to really find them and really put those on and promote those type of records and singers. It has a lot to do with the algorithm. I know a lot of singers and a lot of people that, come before me that have been incredible, but have never got the looks that they, you would think that they deserve. So, it's really just about what you, put on the forefront and how these, the labels who they're signing, you know what I'm saying? Just, it's a lot more to the conversation than just that. But R&B is not dead. It never went nowhere. Everything comes back full circle. And yeah, Diddy is Diddy.
Diddy is Diddy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna talk crazy about Diddy because he went to Howard. I went to Howard. We love Diddy.
I love Howard, man.
Oh, Howard. What you got some memories from Howard?
Oh, I performed up there. I think I did another interview, a couple interviews up there, and it's just it was a cool campus. They treated me well, and
some of the most
I would love to go
beautiful
back.
women.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I know, because I went.
Yeah, right.
I remember walking campus like, dang, I didn't have to turn my picture in to get accepted, but it looked like that's what it looked like. That's how they accepted the students, because everybody was fine.
Everybody beautiful, man. But that's a good thing, man. Everybody beautiful.
Yep.
I love Howard. I love the college. I would love to come back and actually do a real big show for them. So if you got the plug, let me know.
I'm gonna let you know Howard Homecoming coming up in just a couple weeks, but you finna be on tour because you starting tour October the 4th in Toronto.
Yes.
How do you feel? Are you excited, nervous?
I'm very excited. This time around, I've been just really focused on my arrangement, trying to make sure it's tight. We got a lot of, work to do with it still, but I'm excited. I haven't really touched my fans in a long time. The pandemic really shut us down. So, I'm ready to get in front of everybody, and start this journey again, because I really don't want the tour to stop. I want this to be, all right, he's just always, performing at this point. So this is the start of something special. And I'm grateful that I get to, perform this album, that meant a lot to me, especially in a time where we weren't in that space. We weren't really making music. We weren't able to do what we love, to the fullest. So I'm just glad that anybody's supporting and coming to tour and grabbing tickets. So yeah, man, it's just time to, go crazy. It's time to really, set fire to the stage.
Do you have any pre-show rituals?
I pray for sure. I take a shot like an hour before.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you take a shit. I was like, I bet.
No. I think I did it when I was younger, but nah, I take a shot. I get right,
Okay.
you know. And then I breathe. Actually, what I've been doing is last time I've been real pumping myself up like I was at a football game. Like, okay. I've been doing that lately. So, you know, I find my different ways, but I always make sure I pray, you know, and go crazy, you know.
So your stomach don't hurt and it be in knots, and then you just be like, I just gotta go use the bathroom one last time.
Nah, I ain't ran into that in a while, but I think I look for the nerves. I love the nerves. You know, the nerves mean I'm gonna have a good show. When I'm, you know, too cocky, feeling like everything's A1, that's when people be looking at me like, what you doing over there? But, you know, as long as the nerves is there, that I can use that as, energy and amp myself up and really just put on the best show possible. So
that's dope. So you're going to be here in Chicago for the Hello Poison Tour, October 13th. Have you ever been to Chicago before? Ohio is right up the street.
Oh, I love Chicago. I love Chicago. When I was a kid, I used to come to concerts. I think one of the first concerts I ever came to was in Chicago. It was like a B2K concert.
Oh, cool.
I got ran over by the fans chasing after a limousine.
Shut up.
And I choked on some deep dish pizza too at the hotel. Mighty can hold you. But it was fun. I got a lot of memories in Chicago. That's where I auditioned for X Factor. And, cool. I was, outside the stadium for 7 hours in the rain, sleet, snow, about 30 degrees, 20 degrees, 3 a.m, but that's where my journey started, is in Chicago. So shout out to Chicago. You mean a lot to me. And then I got to see Usher that night too. So it was cool. Yeah, it was cool too. So, man, shout out to Chicago. I always love coming, love taking that trip. And
so when you come back, it's gonna be a little nostalgic for you when you come back.
Oh, for sure. I think we was just there too. We did some festival like maybe a month and a half ago. So we was just there. I love Chicago and I'm always keep coming through. So
you gonna get you some more deep dish pizza when you slide?
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna just be careful this time. I'm gonna be careful. But yes.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to the most when it comes to your tour for Hello Poison? It's about to kick off. You're hitting a couple cities, couple major cities, starting in Canada. You'll be in Chicago, October 13th. What are you looking forward to when it comes to just this tour?
I mean, the supporters, the fans, the love. That's what I'm here for. That's what we're doing it for. I'm excited to perform. I don't really be caring about traveling all the time. That's different. But I love getting to the place, getting to the venue, feeling the energy and just giving it to the fans, and then just meeting them in the meet and greets after and before. That's just my thing. Really love touching the people. So that's all I'm coming for, and I'm here to give them a real good show.
Well, Arin, we are so excited to have you. Chicago always welcomes you with open arms. We ain't gonna try to kill you with a deep dish this time.
So yeah, be careful with me. Hold me down.
Yes, we're so happy to have you. Thank you so much for this interview. I'm gonna follow you on the gram right now, and I can't wait. I would say I would come to your show in Chicago, but top secret, don't put this in the interview, y'all. I'm moving to LA next week. So I'm gonna hit you up when me and my husband get out there, and we gonna link.
No, pull up. It's gonna be great.
We're gonna link.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Arin. Thank you so much for the interview. It was great.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
And congratulations and good luck on everything. I can't wait to continue to see where you go, and you've already done such amazing things. So keep your head up, brother.
No, only way is up. We here. I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye, y'all.